Welcome to NGS, where we dive into my hobbies, such as playing cards. Usually I have the package already open and the playing cards ready to go over, but this is a special event here, a special scenario. This is an exception. So let me go ahead and preface with some stuff. So I'm sure you've heard of the company Theory11. They make playing cards like the Monarchs, the Artisans. More recently, they've been doing IPs like Star Wars, Harry Potter, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and so on and so forth. But they have a long and outstanding, impressive line of decks that they produce. One of those being the Mailchimps. They had a deck back in March, or I guess two decks technically. In March of 2015, they released the red and black Mailchimps. Then they had a summer edition of the Mailchimps, which was only available to elite members for a bit, and then it would go on to be a prize in contests for people who are active on Twitter, or now known as X. And that summer one is a very vibrant color neon one. But I do not have the red or black Mailchimps, and I definitely don't have the summer edition. That one is very expensive and hard to get. But what I do have here is an unreleased Mailchimp deck. A deck was made for Mailchimps in 2021. Oh, for those who don't know, Mailchimp is like a mailing service. Theory11 partnered with them for a couple decks, and they made this deck that I have right here. It was dubbed the 2021 unreleased Mailchimp deck. You can find it on eBay occasionally. Right now there's a few. But here is why it is special. It was never released publicly. You were not able to buy it. It never went on sale. I don't know the details. I researched a bit, but there is nothing really telling about it. But they did produce a lot of these, and the stock is held by Mailchimp. So it's, I guess, a private collection. So the only way these things enter the wild is a worker or employee at Mailchimp finds them and takes a few and sells them online, so they're technically unreleased. And I say technically, but they aren't. And the other word or other name that I found that they're referred to is Mailchimp Kraft deck with a K. But if you're looking for it online to buy it, you're going to want to type in 2021 Mailchimps. Long intro aside, this is that deck, the unreleased one. I have yet to see a video on YouTube showcasing this deck, so I spent my hard-earned working cash to buy this deck, and I am now going to open it for everyone on YouTube. So please subscribe to my channel, share my videos, and watch the rest of my content, please, because this was not a cheap deck. So let's cut into it. This deck has no videos on YouTube, which is why I figured it'd be a great deck to showcase. Ta-da! Yep, I'm not gonna lie, very anticlimactic. But this is what the back is gonna look like. Let me just go ahead and get into this. They put a little protector over it, which I might keep this deck in here after I open it to keep it in pristine condition, I guess. But I think it was more to fit the aesthetics and art style of the Mailchimp company. So it's like cardboard brown. There's the Mailchimp logo and Mailchimp playing cards. Yeah, so this deck is very limited out there because obviously it never had a public release. So watch me throw my money away by opening this. Why, Tab? Why? Alright. Well, the deed is done. It's open. And it really does just look like cardboard. This one has a little bit of damage, which does make me feel a little bit better about ruining this. And it has a seal. Alright, let's go ahead and open this. This seal is dummy thick, and that was a little difficult. Let's crack into this bad boy. Alright, well before we do that, let's look at the tuck case. I'm getting ahead of myself here. So yeah, looks like cardboard, like a package. On the side here we have what looks to be space, with like stars, asteroids, lines, and on this side it's the same thing. I think that's space. I mean, I could be wrong. The bottom here is Theory11, so this really is a Theory11 deck. It's not just some unknown, possibly considered a Theory11 deck. And then on the top here is the logo with Mailchimp, and then the seal, which looks like space. Here's the back, and I assume this is what the cards are going to look like. We have a hand holding out a fanned deck of cards that say Mailchimp, with stars and effect lines. Tab has that same space artwork, and it is embossed, or I guess it's more imprinted. And pretty much all the letters and all these are divoted in. They're imprints. The tabs are the space artwork wrapped around. For the first time, as far as I am aware on YouTube, this deck has been opened. Okay, that is way cooler than I thought it was gonna be. I really thought it was just all gonna be like white with just the hands, but it is actually like that cardboard color, like it's trying to imitate that. Now that is cool. Very different from their usual Mailchimp decks, I'd say. Great Theory11 quality that you would come to expect. They dribble really nicely. And they are symmetrical, so you really cannot tell if they are upside down or not. And remember, this is my first time seeing this deck just like you. If I miss something, I apologize, and that is my excuse. To the faces. Alright, we have here a dog on a unicycle. That's a unicycle, right? One wheel. With this very sketched out art style, like a doodle. Then we have him holding the suits of playing cards. I assume these are the Joker cards. We have a bear who is also on a unicycle and also drawn in that abstract sketch art form. Here's the Ace of Spades. That is that space, background that we do see that is branded all around the box. And the font is a very thin letter and number font. And the spade is a very artistic, curvy spade. And they're very far apart. You would think they'd be closer, but no, they're pretty separated. Keep it separated. Which is, I'd say it's unique. Usually you see them shoving them together into the center of the card. Here's the Jack. It is a zebra holding a staff. Here's the Queen. It is a bunny with a crown, with the spade in her hand. We got a fox for the King. And the diamond is that space pattern that we see on the tuck case. I assume all the aces are going to have that as their pip. We're at the diamonds, very concaved on the edges here. It dips in. Jack of diamonds is a cat. Looks like it's about to karate chop. The Queen is a toucan. The King is a whale. I think that's a whale, at least. I don't see a blowhole, so I'm not sure. But it's a king whale. The King on the club is a lion, rightfully a king. The Queen is a turtle. And the Jack is an owl. And as you can see, the colors also relate to the suit. The spades are gray. The diamonds are blue. The kings are that cardboard brown, orange. Here are the clubs. A very thick stem. And there's the club of aces. There's the ace of clubs with that same pattern. And then the hearts are pink. This is a frog with some really big hands. This one is a bird. I think it's just a normal bird. And this one's an alligator, eating a heart. And here are the hearts. It comes with a double backer. That is surprising. If this is from 2021, yeah, that's a little weird. Theory11 is kind of taking a step back from double backers. So it's kind of cool to see that in here. And it comes with a blank card, which also is very rare to see nowadays in decks. If they do pick a gaff card, it will usually be a double backer or a reveal card. Hardly ever a blank. That is awesome. And that is the 2021 Mailchimp Crafts, the unreleased deck that I opened for you. Yeah, this was all for you. So please show me your appreciation by hitting that subscribe button. If you like playing card content, please follow me. I will try and do more videos like this with hard to get playing cards and opening them and showing you what they are. I would say I put this down in the description if it's available, but this has never been released. So you're gonna have to find it in the wild. Good luck. And hopefully, I will see you right or back in the next video.
You're dealing with the ghost. We are spitting facts, so don't mistake it with the boast. Looking for a lethal injection, we got the dose. We are giving the chills from your head down to your toes. You're trying to touch us, but you're dealing with the ghost.